Hello, good morning. This is a bit of a different setup. We are in my car and I'm actually stationed literally right outside my public library. But before I go in there, I wanted to show you guys the books that I'm returning. So I'm returning these two. One of them is Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. I actually didn't read this. Sorry, I just noticed my music was still on, and hopefully you guys can't hear like the AC going on. But basically, I rented? What's the word? Rented? I guess it's rented. I rented this book from the library because I saw like someone post about it, and it's basically like a spicy romance, and it looked pretty entertaining and something like nice to read, but I just didn't have time to read it, and it's due in like a week or so, and I don't think I just want to pick this up in the next week or so this is getting returned. If anything, maybe I will get it like digitally so that I can read it on like my Kindle or iPad in the future. And then the other book that I'm returning, I did read, and it is called The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. Oh my gosh, I rated this 5 stars. This is like, I haven't had a 5-star in a few months, I think, or in a while, and this book was just beautiful. It's not anything groundbreaking, I feel like, but it was just the type of book that makes you fall in love with reading. The storytelling was absolutely amazing. It's kind of like the blueprint of a perfect novel, with like the complexities of characters, the problems and burdens that they have to deal with. So yeah, I very, very, very much love this. Briefly, it's about an indigenous like family. This is about a girl named Ruthie, and she gets kidnapped when she's like young, maybe like 6. I forgot how old she was, but she gets kidnapped, and then the rest of our family's kind of left to deal with that. We get 2 POVs. And yeah, it's just really interesting. I don't want to give too much away, but if you guys have seen this places, it's for good reason, and it's because it's really good, and I definitely recommend it. I'm very sad to be giving it back, but it is a library book, so I have no choice. But hopefully whoever reads it next loves it like I did, because it genuinely was really good. But yeah, so now we're gonna head into the library, return these 2, and see if there's anything else that I want to pick up. I'm not too sure if I will, just because I do already have my July TBR like picked out, and I don't want to like overwhelm myself with too many books, but who knows, we'll see. Alrighty, so I'm back from the library, and I ended up getting 3 books, which honestly is kind of more than I wanted, because I already have a 6-book long TBR back at home, which I picked out for the month of July. So I was kind of not trying to get too many books, but these caught my attention because they have been on my TBR for so long, and because they're thrillers. And thrillers, I feel like if I'm feeling a bit of a slump this month, or just need something a bit more fast-paced and quick, then I'm going to pick one of these books up. So the first one that I got was The Golden Couple by Sarah Cannon and Greer Hendrick. I actually have no idea what it's about, but I have seen this all over like Book Talk, Bookstagram, and I added this onto my Goodreads TBR like a while ago, so I know this one kind of has been on my radar for a bit, and it's not too long, so I was like, okay, it passed the test. I might just pick it up this month if I need something a bit quicker. The next one I got was All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. This is another thriller, which I don't know too much about. But again, it's been on my TBR for a while because people have talked about it, people have hyped it up, so I added it to my TBR, and I saw it in the bookshelf, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab it again in case I'm in need of a little change. The last one I got is called The Guest. Now, I don't know if this is really a thriller mystery, actually, but I picked it up. I've seen it a lot of places, and I read like the little synopsis, and basically it's about a woman whose name is Alex. This takes place on like Long Island, and basically she like had a place to stay, I guess, or is like talking with people, and that kind of just ends. It's a misstep at a dinner party, and the guy that she was staying with is no longer wanting her to stay with him, so she kind of has nowhere to go, so she literally just kind of bounces around places to places throughout the summer, and we kind of just see like what that entails and what she gets into. So I don't know, that kind of caught my attention. Again, it's pretty short, love the cover, and I have seen people talk about this, or I've seen like the cover all over Bookstagram as well, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. It just really caught my attention. I like the little synopsis about it, so we'll see if I even get to these, but I definitely just wanted to pick them up and have them just in case. And again, they are ones that have been on my radar for a little bit, so I could knock out 2 birds with 1 stone if I do end up needing, you know, a change of pace, change of scenery, and want to pick up a thriller book this month. Happy 4th of July, guys. If you celebrate, today is the 4th of July. Yesterday was when I filmed that little clip about me going to the library, but I totally noticed that I forgot to show you guys what I'm actually currently reading right now. Right now I'm currently reading After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I pulled this as one of the books on my July TBR, so I have started it and I'm about like 65% of the way through. I'm on page 224, so that's like this much of the book read, this much left. So I'm hoping to finish it within like the next 2 days, but I went into it pretty blindly. From the title, I can kind of guess After I Do. It's kind of picking up on a relationship after a couple has been married, and essentially that's kind of what it is. I like the style of this book. It like starts us out in the current time and it slowly goes back in time, and then we pick up again during the current timeline. But basically it's about a couple that's like been married for a bit. They're not in their greatest stage, honestly. Like they separate because that's how much like just strife and struggle is in their relationship currently. So they separate, and yeah, it's just about two people who were previously married and are now separated, trying to figure out what their relationship is going to be like. Are they going to get back together? They're hopeful, but we just don't know. And it's entirely in the female's point of view, and her name is Lauren. So it's Lauren and Ryan is the couple, and it's mostly entirely in Lauren's point of view. So far so good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book. Sorry, there's like fireworks going off and I just heard one, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite book ever. I'm not finished with it, but I have seen people say that like this book is so special, it made them cry, and I'm like, whoa, like I did not expect that. Like why am I gonna cry, you know? So very excited to kind of see how it plays out. But yeah, this is one of the books on my July TBR. Let me show you guys the rest. Oh, I actually have a pile over here. I don't know if you can't see me, but this is the rest of my July TBR. If you didn't watch my like TBR jar picks my July TBR video, basically it picked out all of these books. So The Housemaid is Watching, thriller, fun, can't wait for this one. People We Meet on Vacation, it's the only Emily Henry book I haven't read, so that should be interesting. I'm gonna freaking start Chestnut Spring series. Very, very excited for this because this has been a long time coming. It's been on the TBR for a while and I've just been meaning to read this, so definitely gonna get to this month. Fantasy, A Storm of Swords. This is book number 3 in Game of Thrones series. So I've read the other 2. I'm on this one. I've heard this is the best in the entire series thus far, so looking forward to it. We have a historical fiction, The Paris Daughter by Kristen Harmel. This one, I don't really know what it's about, but Kristen Harmel wrote The Book of Lost Names, which I fell in love with, so I can't wait to see like what else her writing is about. I'm also currently uploading, it's actually processing now, a YouTube video. So this is my June wrap up, which I filmed like a few days ago, just finished editing, so I was like uploading it, and I really liked this video. I hope you guys watch it, or you did watch it, hopefully, I don't know, but I thought it was really interesting. I read 9 books in June, so it definitely made for like an interesting wrap up because I got to share my opinion on quite a few books. So hoping July is just as strong, throwing those vibes out there. Yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. Gonna wait for some more fireworks because where I live actually has like a balcony on the 4th floor and I can see like all fireworks throughout like Orange County. It's pretty wild. But I also, one of my goals for this video or this month is just to get caught up in my reading journal. So this is what it looks like. I got this, I think for Christmas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it for Christmas. And basically I think next year I'm gonna make one like entirely from scratch for myself. This one has like prompts and stuff. So let me just show you guys. It has like an index of books that I've read. So I have a couple if you can kind of see, and then you put the title, the author. Actually, I haven't even put the author because there's like no room. But I put the page number, book title, and the rating. But I'm way behind. Like, I think I'm like 2 or 3 months behind on this. There's a reading tracker, so I know how many books I finish like each month. There's a reading log. So again, I put like what books I read in January, February. Yeah, I'm in May, but I didn't even like fully catch up. There's this little like bookshelf where you can color in the books that you're reading. There's a wish list. Oh, and then there's like in-depth kind of more reviews on every single book that you read. So I have filled some out. I'm not going to show you guys too much because there are some like prompts about like thoughts and quotes from each book. So I want to keep those to myself. But it has been fun. I just have not been keeping up with it. So that's a goal for this video because my last like review was in February. We're in July, so I'm pretty behind on this. Alrighty, so I kind of caught up with the reads that I have up until now. So The Berry Pickers was the last book that I read. I just put, like I mentioned, page, book title, and the ratings. So quickly, like as a quick overview, you can kind of like point out the 5-star reads, the like nonfiction ones, because those ones I don't rate, so they won't have like the stars filled in, and just every book that I've read so far. So this is all that I've gotten done so far right now. I don't know if I'm going to continue because... Actually, yeah, I'll probably continue like these easier ones, like the book tracking pages. The reviews I'll probably leave. I'll probably just continue to push these off, to be honest. Right, and here's the final result of this page. So I don't know why it says daily reading tracker. Wait, yeah, I don't get it. Well, I'm just kind of doing this as like how many books I read each month. So for January, I had 6, you know, and so forth. June was obviously my best month yet with 9 books read, and I still cannot believe that I was able to do that. But it's kind of cool seeing it like compared to the other months. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of continue doing this while I watch Love Island, because I'm currently watching season 6 of Love Island USA, and it's literally crazy. So if anyone else watches Love Island, what is going on? Like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's crazy. All right, take 2. I had filmed a whole like minute plus clip on here just a second ago, but I realized that my camera was in manual and I was like lagging a little bit. Anyway, we're back, but I did want to say hello because it's been a few days since the last clip. It's actually Monday today, and I was gone all weekend, so I didn't take my camera with me, and I didn't really do anything bookish besides like read. Today we're moving on. I wanted to share with you guys something a little fun, I guess, and different than I don't think I've ever talked about this or done anything like this on a reading vlog. I do own an Etsy shop where I sell blind dates with a book, so I'll leave the link in the description if you guys want to check it out. But anyway, the reason I bring that up was because I got 2 orders like the last few days, and so I just wanted to show you guys kind of the process of what that's like, from like making one, taking one to the post office, shipping it out, and everything. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I am sitting in front of this right now, which is like a little stool, but inside it has storage. And I actually keep some pre-made blind dates with a book in here because sometimes it's easier. I don't have to like scramble to make one if I get an order. And once they're pre-made, I can just ship them out. So it's a lot quicker for me that way. And then whoever bought it gets the book faster. So I wanted to show you guys just kind of like some pre-made ones that I do have. For example, I just label it, but this is what they look like. This is like what I make on Etsy and sell. So it's just a book. It's a blind date, so I can't tell you what it is, but it is a romance book, as the little like genre tab here says. And all the blind dates that I sell come with a bookmark, some book stickers, book tattoo, and the book, of course. They are all books that I buy secondhand, but they're all books that I myself would read, and I feel like being in this like environment of booktube, bookstagram, book talk, I kind of know like the great authors, the popular ones, and stuff like that. So I try to pick books that I would be interested in reading. So again, this is what it looks like, and I have a few different genres up on my shop. This is romance, for example. I have one pre-made here for a young adult. I have, oh, this one's actually really cool. I do Reese's Book Club too, so that's one of the genre selections on my Etsy shop because I'm a huge fan of Reese's Book Club. That's just my favorite book club, so I figured that would be kind of fun to do like its own genre on my shop. And I'm always able to find these secondhand, and I always try to buy them, of course, in great shape as well. They are secondhand, they are used, but some of them most of the time look like brand new. That's always good and special. What else? We have a sci-fi one here. So I'm taking this off because this gives the title, and then that way I can track them like when I have like a notebook and I have all the genres and all the books under that genre. So when I pick one out, like I can just cross it off, if you know what I mean. So that's just how I keep track of like my inventory. But this is a sci-fi one. Again, they all look pretty similar. They all have the same basic elements of like a bookmark, book stickers. I do kind of change up the like wax seal, which I do like hand press and everything, the stickers. Historical fiction, one of my favorite genres. This is an example of one of the ones that I have pre-made. So I usually try to have at least like one pre-made for each genre. That way, again, if I just get an order, I can quickly pick it out. Sometimes the buyers will leave like special messages like, hey, like I'm buying this as a gift and I think romantasy would fit this person better. So if I don't have one pre-made, I do look through like my little stock or inventory and see which one like fits best. But let's see the two buyers that I currently got. I just want to see what genres they did pick and see if I have anything, you know, already made that I can quickly put together. So let's go to those. One of them is romance and they did not leave any note. So that's nice and easy. They're both romance. Okay. So I can work with that. I do have one in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. This is probably one that I'll just have as one that I'll like package up and ship. And then like I mentioned, I do keep these in this like little storage stool. It's like a mushroom, but I have another one. Actually, I have this one too, but up until recently, I had no idea that I kept some in here, but yeah, I like accidentally opened the other day and I noticed that I actually do have some in here. So that's gonna come in handy. I'm gonna look through this too and see if there's like another romance, but look, for example, here's fiction. Oh, this one I was smarter. I put the label on the back, but there's fiction. Okay, there's another romance. So you know what? We might just be able to do it, you know, nice and easy. So here's this one. I'm going to kind of see the titles that these are and then see if those are going to work with the buyers. So this is where I'll put like the rest of my stock. Now I have like literally every other genre pre-made but romance because the other ones, oops, let me leave these two out. I have like fiction, thriller. I've got a little bit of everything, so get your orders in. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a nice little hobby. It keeps me busy. I'll literally throw on like a YouTube video, bookish, of course, and I'm like wrapping up these, they're gifts basically. I'm like wrapping up these gifts, decorating them while I hear like my favorite book talkers like just talking about books. So it's honestly really, really fun and rewarding, and yeah, it's like a little tiny side hustle. It's not bringing in the big bucks, but it keeps me busy, and it's just fun. Like I love sourcing the books. I'll go to different thrift stores. Maybe I can do that in a future vlog too, because I go to this specific store where they're all like $1 and show you guys like which ones I pick and why I pick the ones that I pick. So that could be really fun, and then do a book haul because I'll usually go to that store and buy like 10 books at a time just so I have like stock. Let me see if these are gonna work and then I'll show you guys me like wrapping them up. Also, I actually got a package in from Hollister and figured I would just kind of do an unboxing on here. I didn't order too much, but my boyfriend and I are actually going to Hawaii in a few weeks because his best friend lives in Hawaii, and we've never been, so we figured it's kind of time to just go. So we're gonna go towards the end of this month, but I did order a few things, so just wanted to quickly show you guys. It's honestly, I just ordered like a few basics because you just need some basics sometimes, and it's gonna be nice and warm over there. This is just like a little tank top. It's like gray and white color, just again a little basic. Then I got literally another shirt that looks almost exactly the same, but this one's like a short sleeve, and I love like Hollister's literal like just their basics because they're so comfy. Like the material is super soft and like stretchy. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite places to buy like just some basic stuff. I have a few of their crew necks, which I got like around Christmas time, and they're my favorite pieces of clothing ever because they're just so soft. Like I'll never buy another crew neck from anywhere else. Oh, these, so I only bought myself 2 things, and then the other 2 things are for my boyfriend. His birthday is actually coming up soon, and it's also gonna happen while we're in Hawaii, so I'm just kind of getting his gift together. So hopefully he's not watching this, or hopefully this is out by the time he gets the gift, but let me just show you guys. I got him this shirt. It says cooling tea, keeps you cool, cooling tea, and it's a really pretty like green color. It's a little bit lighter in person, you can't really tell, but it's just a really nice color, and I've really been into green lately, and I know he's kind of been liking that too, so that's a good one. And this feels, again, really good quality. Love Hollister quality. That's like my favorite thing about them. And the second thing I bought was like a cute little button up that has like flowers or like a plant on it because hello, we're going to Hawaii. So I was thinking of maybe giving him like at least this half of his gift before his birthday so he can take it to Hawaii, because I know he was looking for like a shirt like this and I just think it's so cute. Yeah, like this is so cute. I want it. So those are the, I guess, 4 things that I bought. 2 shirts for myself and 2 shirts for my boyfriend, but half of this is gonna be like a little part of his birthday gift because, again, who doesn't love new clothes on their birthday? But yeah, that was just a quick little side note. Back to the blind dates. I ended up going to the gym and still haven't done the blind dates with a book, but I'm thinking I'm gonna just wrap up the ones that I already have instead of like making complete new ones, just because I don't really want to, and I think those fit the vibe that I'm like going for. But I do want to show you guys kind of like my setup and where I keep the things that I use to make the blind dates. Here's a sneak peek, but here's some of the kind of inventory that I have for the books and whatnot. This is kind of where I keep them. I don't have too many right now, but basically it's all right here. I use this type of craft paper, which I just buy from Amazon. And then moving over here is where I really kind of keep everything. So in this, don't mind the sock. So in here is where I keep like these papers I use to kind of, I like rip it and will like tape it onto here. I have a bunch of washi tape. That's literally all that's in here. These ones are kind of just pre-made, the little genre tabs. I have some bookmarks here, some more washi tape, twine, a bunch of stickers, and the tattoos. These stickers are some of my favorite. Like, look at how cute. I also sell like just sticker packs, but those really aren't too big of sellers. I like my book spicy and my coffee icy. What? That's wild. And then I have just like a wax because I do like press my own wax, and then just a bunch of other stuff, but that's kind of the basics. So here's both of them. Let me grab the shipping label and see which one I'm gonna attach to which book. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Actually already printed the shipping labels, that way I don't have to like scramble for that right now. So I have them here, but I'm just gonna quickly cut them both out. Shipping to me was really intimidating at first because I'm like, I know nothing about shipping, like where am I supposed to learn what I can or can't ship and stuff like that, you know? But actually I don't know what I did, but it seems to work. It only costs about $4 because I use media mail, and I saw that media mail includes like books and like other forms of media. This one is gonna go to a woman named Amy, and I do have these 2 like poly mailers. How cute are they? I'm gonna try to use, I guess I can use this cute one. This one's giving more like summer vibes. I get these from this little business that I just found like online or on YouTube or I think TikTok, I don't even know. But I just toss this in here and then I'll just like close it up, tape it up, and put the label on here. But you know what? I actually like to add like a little note to the purchases, so I haven't written those yet. So I'll probably do that right now in a minute, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys how it works. All right, I'm just finishing up writing like this little note because I always leave a little letter in each order. I don't know why I'm doing this on the ground. It would probably even be better for me, easier for me, and probably a better view if I just did this at my desk, but it's too late. Anyway, we're gonna add this into the package. Are going to close it up like I mentioned. But okay, now it's all closed up and I'm just gonna stick the shipping label to the front. And that's pretty much it. And then I do take them to the post office. So there's the first one. I'm going to take these to the post office tomorrow because it's already like 5 p.m. and it closes at 5. That's kind of the process. But again, I'm gonna leave a link to the Etsy shop in my description. Just if you want to check them out, I do offer like a variety of genres. And if there's one that you want, then let me know and I can always source those as well. Sorry, the lighting is so bad, but it's like 8 p.m. now, so the sun's going down and we only have like overhead lighting, so that's on me. But actually, I ended up getting a few more orders since doing like the last few clips in this video. So I think I'm just gonna wrap one of them and actually show you guys the process today. Oh, and I guess we should talk about bookish stuff and what I've been reading and whatnot. So I actually just finished Flawless literally like 3 seconds ago, and I did actually annotate it just because I kind of wanted to look out for Elsie Silver's like romance, her language, just the way that she like writes the book, right? Because I've never read an Elsie Silver book and I'm definitely planning on reading the rest of this series plus starting the new series that just came out. I wanted to annotate it. I thought this was good. It's definitely grumpy, bull riding cowboy meets his sunshine people-pleasing princess. Like, that's how I would describe this book. I rated it 4 stars. I thought it was great. It was a good one. You know, it's romance. The romance is good. The spice is good. There's a little bit of conflict in there, a little bit of a plot twist that I was not expecting. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I definitely am liking the found family aspect that we're slowly building upon. So can't wait for the next book, which I guess is Cade's book, which is Rhett's brother. So can't wait. For right now, I think I'm just gonna work on these blind dates, and I'll show you guys kind of what that looks like. Again, not the best freaking lighting, but this is kind of all we have for the moment. But this is the one that I'm gonna choose. This is a thriller mystery. So the person who ordered this chose the genre thriller mystery, and I chose this one. It's called The Wife Between Us. I've never read it, but I've definitely heard about it and seen it in a few places. That's why when I saw this at the store where I source these books, I picked it up because I thought it was really interesting. And it's in really good condition, and it's pretty lengthy, looks good, feels good. Hopefully whoever gets this enjoys this book. But I basically start out with like a piece of craft paper, and then I guess the like cool or like interesting part would be how I actually wrap this. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I learned on like TikTok. Like I just watched someone, I was like looking up like wrapping videos, and I found one style that I really liked because of course there's a bunch of different types that you can like choose from. Okay, I added a little light. Hopefully this is better, but I know you can probably literally see it in my glasses, so sorry about that. But anyway, I basically just kind of looked it up on Twitter, or not Twitter, TikTok, and found a style that I actually like and was like, okay, I'm gonna try to use this when I actually wrap the books. Okay, now this might actually be where the actual like fun part starts, because this is my little craft box. I think I showed it to you guys in a previous clip, but this is where I keep like the washi tape, the little labels, the stickers, and then these, which I use to actually decorate this. So for example, here's this like little layout. Then I'm gonna go in with stickers. I'm gonna throw this on it, which is the twine, the label, and then finally is the wax seal. And then I add like the tattoo, the bookmark, and the extra stickers. I was like, what is that? Oh, it's a shadow. I'm like, what? Okay, quick little update. This is what it's looking like so far. Again, like I mentioned, I still have to do the wax seal and then add like the extra stickers, the bookmark, and the temporary tattoo. Trying to find better lighting, but this is kind of what we're working with. So I put the wax seal stamp, and then I added the bookmark and stickers, and this is what a blind date would look like. Excuse the hair, but we actually have good lighting right now, so I figured I would pick up the camera because yesterday was a whole thing. Essentially, I ended up shipping out those packages, but I still have that order of 5 books. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I have this lady who will hit me up sometimes, and I guess she does like book giveaways for like a work event, and she orders 5 books at a time, and this is the 3rd time she's done that. So I was just kind of putting together her package. This one is like already made. Some of these I had already made, but she requested fantasy and sci-fi as 2 of the genres, and I luckily have a sci-fi book already wrapped up, so this is the one I'm gonna give her. But I didn't have any fantasy books, so I actually went to the thrift store that I usually go to where I like source books, and I was able to pick up a fantasy book. So I also just wanted to do a little haul and show you guys some of the books that I did buy. I'm not going to show you all of them because I did end up buying like 12 or 13 just to kind of restock. This is the one that I got for fantasy. They didn't have too many options, but I got this one. It's The Witcher, which is a well-known book. It's a Netflix series now, and this is the first book in like a book series, so I thought that was pretty interesting, and it's in really good shape. This is more expensive than the ones that I usually buy. This came out to $7.50, which I usually try to buy ones that are like $2 and below just to be able to, you know, make profit and have that, yeah, have this whole thing be profitable. But this is the best fantasy one that, in my opinion, I was like I'm telling you, I pick out books that I would want to read, and this one was interesting and it's in really good shape. So I grabbed that one for her, and then I'm going to show you guys some of the other ones that I picked up just to restock in general. So I picked up this one by Jennifer Weiner. I've never read it, but I heard of this author. It's called The Breakaway. I think this is kind of like a romance. The Martian, which is again a very well-known book and movie by Andy Weir, and I have read Project Hail Mary by him, and it was really, really good actually in my opinion. So this is going to be a great sci-fi choice for anyone who orders sci-fi. I got Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I have read this, and this is a really, really good thriller mystery, and it's a movie or a show, I think. Yeah, it's a show, a limited series, so pick this up. Sorrow and Bliss. I don't really know what this is about, but I've seen this everywhere, and I figured I would just pick it up. I think it's like a general fiction, and it's about like mental health, so I thought that was interesting. Ooh, I got one of my favorite books ever, The Kite Runner. This book is phenomenal. If you have not read it, please do yourself a favor and pick this up. And then I did get one book for myself, because when I go to the bookstore, I try to find books, obviously only for the blind date with a bookshop, but sometimes something will catch my eye, and this caught my eye. It's called Beautiful Boy by David Sheff, and on the cover, as you can see, it's Steve Carell and Timothée Chalamet, but this is, I think, like an biography, memoir type of book. This is a son and father, and the son has just like a substance abuse drug issue. He's addicted to crystal meth, I believe. Yeah, that's what it says on the back. But before his addiction, obviously he was like a varsity athlete, funny, honor student, like, you know, one of those people. But then he turned to drugs and addiction, and I've just heard really good things about this, and it's all from the perspective or point of view from the dad. So I think that's really interesting. I read the back, and it just kind of talks through like what the dad obviously feels, how the son's choices affect the family, and basically everything he tried to help his son, or tried to do to help his son overcome his addiction. So I don't know, it just really called my attention. I kind of want to watch the movie after, because now it's a movie with Steve Carell and Timothée Chalamet. So I did get this for myself, so I'm probably going to add it to my book cart there. I'll fix it later. Let me give you guys another bookish update. This is the book that I'm now reading. It's The Paris Daughter by Kristen Harmel. This is a historical fiction World War II book, and this is the second book that I'm reading by this author. Her other book, The Book of Lost Names, is one of my favorite books ever. It's also a historical fiction World War II novel, but I really, really loved it, and it kind of just stood out for me because it was a romance, but with characters who love reading and books in general. I mean, it's called The Book of Lost Names, and this one I've already learned one of the characters owns a bookshop, so I can just see and imagine that Kristen Harmel has like that as a theme in all of her books, just writing about book lovers, writing about books, the magical elements of books and how they make people feel and how they transport us to different worlds. So I actually really, really love that, and I'm already liking this book. I'm only like 10% through because I literally picked it up last night. So I'm only on chapter 4, but I actually really like it already, and yeah, can't wait to finish this. This was also on my July TBR, so we're getting through it. I actually have already finished, I think, 3 of the 6 books on there, this being the 4th, and I've started another one via my Kindle, so digitally. So we're going through it. Hopefully we can finish that by the end of this month. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I've done quite a few different things, so I just kind of want to wrap it up and post this for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!